going to continue with the Bohr formula of energy loss, the derivation that we were doing in the previous lecture. So in the previous lecture, we did the derivation of the energy which is transferred to the single electron in the medium. So when the heavy charged particle enters a medium, it will interact with all the orbital electrons. So it will also interact with the nucleus. But the energy transfer to the nucleus of the atom in the medium is very less as compared to the energy which is transferred to the orbital electrons. So now we are going to derive what is the energy which is transferred to all the orbital electrons which are present in the medium in which the heavy charged particle is traveling. So firstly, to simplify the derivation, in the previous lecture, we derived the amount of energy which is transferred to a single electron. So the kinetic energy which is transferred to the electron of mass me by the incoming heavy charged particle and at a distance of small b. So the impact parameter that we considered in the previous lecture was small b. So we found the energy transfer to a single electron is given by this formula, z square e power 4 divided by 8 pi square epsilon naught square me b square v square. So this is the amount of kinetic energy which is transferred to a single electron in the medium by the heavy charged particle. But as we know that in the medium there are large number of electrons. So we cannot say that there is a single electron, there are large number of electrons. So we have to find out the total energy which is transferred to all the electrons. So to simplify it, we will consider a cylindrical shell in the medium. So in the medium, if this is the medium, let's suppose this is the whole medium. So in this whole medium, we will consider one cylindrical shell as shown over here. So this cylindrical shell is drawn such that its inner radius is equal to small b. So every point on this cylindrical shell, on the inner side of the cylindrical shell, all these points, they are at a distance of small b from the trajectory of the heavy charged particle. Similarly, these all points, they are also at a distance of small b from the trajectory of the heavy charged particle. So all the points on the inner side of the cylindrical shell will be at a distance of small b. So all the electrons will have an impact parameter of small b. So we have drawn this cylindrical shell in such a way that its inner radius is equal to small b and its thickness is equal to db. So this is a very small length. So we are considering a cylindrical shell. So the kinetic energy which is transferred to a single electron which is at an impact parameter of b, the energy transferred is given by this formula. So the energy transferred to all the electrons in this cylindrical shell, all the electrons that will come in this cylindrical shell of the medium, all these electrons will be transferred by this amount of energy. So the energy transferred to all these electrons in this cylindrical shell, only we are talking about cylindrical shell. So we are only talking about the electrons which are present in this cylindrical shell. So only these electrons, because the impact parameter for these electrons is equal to small b. So the energy transferred to all these electrons will be equal to this expression. So firstly, we are going to find out the number of electrons which are present in this cylindrical shell. So the total number of electrons present in this cylindrical shell times the energy transfer to a single electron. So this is the expression of energy transfer to a single electron in the medium by the heavy charged particle. So all these electrons in the cylindrical shell, they are at the same impact parameter of small b from the heavy charged particle, from the trajectory of the heavy charged particle. The impact parameter is the same. So energy transfer to all these electrons will also be equal to this expression. So the total energy transferred to all these electrons in the cylindrical shell will be nothing but equal to energy transferred to single electron times the number of electrons present in the cylindrical shell. So the main task now is to find the number of electrons present in this cylindrical shell. So let's suppose that n is the number of electrons per unit volume of the medium. So we have a certain medium in which the heavy charged particle is traveling, and we can calculate what are the number of electrons in unit volume of the medium. So n is the number density of the electrons in the medium. So we consider a cylindrical shell of inner radius b and thickness db symmetrically around the path of the incoming particle. So it is symmetrical around the path of the incoming particle. So total number of electrons in the cylindrical shell. So if n is the number of electrons per unit volume, so what will be the number of electrons in this volume? Only in this volume, what are the number of electrons? So n are the number of electrons in unit volume. So number of electrons in unit volume times the volume of the cylindrical shell will give us the total number of electrons only in this cylindrical shell. So total number of electrons in the cylindrical shell will be equal to n into volume of the cylindrical shell. N into volume of cylindrical shell. So now we are going to see how do we find the volume of this cylindrical region, this cylindrical shell. So most of you might be knowing how to find the volume of this shaded region. So firstly, let's suppose we take a small simple figure. If you have a cylinder, so if you have a cylinder, how do you find the volume of the cylinder? So if the radius of the base is equal to r and its height is equal to h, so what is the volume of the cylinder? It is equal to pi r square h. So you are well aware that the volume of cylinder, this cylinder, is equal to pi r square h. And you can see that pi r square is the area of the base. So here is a circular area at the base. So pi r square is the area of the base into the height. Into the height will give us the volume. So area of base into height gives us the volume. So similar thing we will use over here. So here we want to find the volume of this region. We do not want to find the volume of this whole cylinder. We want to find the volume enclosed between these two cylinders of radius b and b plus db. So there are two cylinders and we want to find the volume enclosed in between these two cylinders. So firstly we find the area of the base. As we have found over here pi r square, so we find the area of the base. So we find the area of this shaded region. So we know that this distance is equal to b. This is the impact parameter. This is equal to b. So we find area of this region. Then we multiply it with height, and height is nothing but equal to dx. Now dx is the distance which is travelled by the heavy charged particle. So we consider that the incoming particle travels dx distance in the medium. So area of the base into height will give you the volume of this cylindrical shell. So height is nothing but equal to dx. So height is nothing but equal to dx. So we want to find volume of the cylindrical shell. Height is equal to dx. We just want to find area of the base. So area of the base is this disc. So we want to find its area and its radius is equal to b. So if you break this figure, from this point, let's say you break it from here and you make it a long strip, you stretch this and you make it a strip. So you want to find the area of this region. So what you can do is, to find its area, you can break this region from here, this figure from here, and you can elongate this figure. So you will get a rectangle. And what will be the side of one length of this rectangle? It will be nothing but equal to the circumference of the circle, and that is nothing but equal to 2 pi b into this breadth is nothing but equal to this thickness, and this thickness we have already considered is equal to dB. So area of this strip will be nothing but area of the rectangle, and area of rectangle is length into breadth, so it is 2 pi b into dB. So area of this rectangle is 2 pi b dB. So area of this figure, this shaded region, will also be equal to 2 pi b dB. So you can also find the area in another way, that first you find the area of this big circle and then you find the area of this small circle, then you subtract it and you neglect the term where you get dB square, because dB is the small thickness, and if you do its square that will become even smaller. So you ignore that dB square and you will be again left with the same area which we have got by using this small trick, that area will be equal to 2 pi b into dB. So area of the base is 2 pi b dB into height is dx, that will give you the volume of the cylindrical shell. So it will be 2 pi b into dB. So this is the volume of the cylindrical shell. So n into the volume of the cylindrical shell will give us the total number of electrons present in this cylindrical shell. So total kinetic energy which is transferred to all the electrons in the shell. So this is the amount of energy transferred to a single electron at an impact parameter of B. So this is the amount of energy transferred to a single electron. But here we have these many electrons in this cylindrical shell. So what will be the total energy transferred to all these electrons in this shell? So that will be given by capital T, which is the energy transferred to single electron, into the total number of electrons, which is nothing but n into 2 pi b dB into dx. So this will be the total kinetic energy transferred to all the electrons in the shell, and you can denote it by dt. So let's denote it by dt. The total energy, kinetic energy transferred to the electrons in the shell, in the cylindrical shell, will be given by this formula, and you can insert this whole expression over here, the expression of capital T. So you will get z square e power 4 into, so z square e power 4 divided by 8 pi square epsilon naught square MEB square V square into number of electrons in the cylindrical shell, which is 2 pi n B dB into dx. So this is the kinetic energy transferred to the electrons in the cylindrical shell. But what do we want to find? We want to find the total energy transferred to all the electrons. We do not want to find the energy transfer to the electrons only in this cylindrical shell. Since the heavy charged particle is traveling in the medium, so we are concerned about the energy transfer to all the electrons in the medium. So all the electrons which are present in the medium, the total energy which is transferred to them, so we want to calculate that amount of energy. So here we have calculated only the amount of energy transferred to the electrons only in this cylindrical shell, but we also want to find the energy transfer to the electrons which are present over here, which are present over here, or which are present here in the medium, or present over here in the medium. So we want to find the energy transferred to the electrons with different impact parameters. Here the impact parameter is approximately equal to small b. For all the electrons which are present in the cylindrical shell, the impact parameter on an average is equal to B. But we want to find the total energy which is given to all the electrons in the medium with different impact parameters, that is, which is present over here, or present over here, or present over here, or anywhere in the medium. So we want to find the total amount of energy. Means we want to do the integration over impact parameter. The impact parameter is changing. So over here at all these points on this cylindrical shell, the impact parameter was constant. But if you consider the electron present over here, its impact parameter will be less. And if you consider the electron present over here in the medium, its impact parameter will be large. So we want to do the integration over impact parameter. So if you will find over here, here is the expression of dt, and here we have dx, which is the length traveled in the medium. The small element of the length traveled in the medium by the heavy charged particle, which is dx. So we take dx on the other side, so you will get dt divided by dx. dt divided by dx will be equal to z square e power 4, and you can cancel the terms which are common, so you will just get z square e power 4 n divided by 4 pi epsilon naught square me into v square into dB divided by b. So you can cancel the terms which are common in the numerator and the denominator, so you will get this expression, and this is the amount of energy transferred to the electrons in the cylindrical shell. Only in the cylindrical shell, amount of energy transferred per unit path length. So here we have divided by the distance traveled in the medium. So we can say that this is the amount of energy, this is the amount of energy transferred to the electrons in the cylindrical shell per unit path length by the heavy charged particle. So this is the expression of the energy transferred. And here you can see that here we have a variable which is dB. So to find the total amount of energy transferred to all the electrons with different impact parameters, so we want to find total energy loss, or you can say total energy transferred to the electrons. So total energy transferred per unit path length to the electrons in all the shells. So we want to find in all these shells what is the total energy transfer to the electrons. So we integrate over impact parameter. So we will integrate this equation over impact parameter. So that will give us the total energy transferred. So the total energy transferred will be equal to integration over z square e power 4 n divided by 4 pi epsilon naught square mev square. So these constants will remain the same, and integration will be just over the impact parameter, that is it will be dB over b. And in this case, what will be the limits of impact parameter? We will see that impact parameter's minimum value is not equal to 0 and its maximum value is not equal to infinity. So we will see that why does it happen. So we just say over here that the minimum value of impact parameter is written as b minimum and its maximum value is written as b max. So this b minimum is not equal to 0 and this b maximum is also not equal to infinity, because if you will calculate this expression, it will give you absurd results. So it will not give you any finite amount of result. So if you calculate this by taking 0 and infinity, so it will give you incorrect results. So therefore we have taken the limits of the impact parameter as b minimum and b maximum, and when you will solve this integration, here you have dB divided by b, its integration will be just natural log of b. So when you will calculate this, the energy which is transferred to the electron in a unit path length traveled in the medium by the heavy charged particle is equal to z square e power 4 n divided by 4 pi epsilon naught square me into v square natural log of b. And when you will have natural log of b and you will put the limits b minimum and b maximum, you will get natural log of b maximum minus natural log of b minimum. And when you will solve that, you will get natural log of b max over b minimum. So this is the final expression of total energy lost, the total energy transferred to all the electrons in the medium by the heavy charged particle. So this is the energy transferred to the electrons. So if the heavy charged particle is transferring its energy, some amount of energy, if it is transferring to the electrons in the medium, the same amount of energy is being deducted from the heavy charged particle, means the same amount of energy is lost by the heavy charged particle while it is traveling in the medium. So this is the amount of energy which is transferred to the electrons, which is gained by the electrons. So it has a positive value. But if we are talking about energy which is lost by the heavy charged particle, that will be same as that of this one, but it will have a negative value. So if we talk about energy lost by the heavy charged particle, that will be equal to negative of the energy which is gained by the electrons. So this minus dE by dx is the amount of energy which is lost by the heavy charged particle in the medium when it travels a distance of dx. So the energy lost by the heavy charged particle when it travels a unit path length in the medium is given by this expression. And this is called as minus dE by dx. This is called as, either you can call it as the energy loss per unit path length, or you also call it as stopping power. Minus dE by dx is also called as stopping power of the medium because the energy is transferred to the electrons of the medium, or you can say the energy is lost by the heavy charged particle in the medium. So we can say that the medium is trying to stop the incoming particle. It is reducing the energy of the incoming heavy charged particle. So therefore this minus dE by dx is also termed as stopping power of the medium. So this is the expression of the amount of energy which is lost by the heavy charged particle when it travels unit path length inside the medium. So in the next lecture we will see how do we calculate B minimum and B maximum.